Hi, and welcome to Progress Your Career. I'm super excited that you're here and that we're about to start this journey together. My name is Ben Ward, and I will be the program leader for this course. I'm a coach and facilitator and do most of my work with Hyper Island. I do a lot of work on the online courses. I work with clients and I work with students and the staff. But for now, because I'll introduce myself later, I want to get you everything that you need for the course. So, as you know, this course is about changing your tomorrow, and it's a 4-week blended learning program, and it's about exploring tools and developing mindsets that you need to take your career to the next stage. How it's going to work. So in this pre-week, hopefully you've got the welcome letter because you're here. They've got the welcome video, and you're going to have a welcome kit that you're going to read through. And also you should have had an invitation to join Slack, because that's how we're going to communicate with each other. And you would have put up, or you're starting to put up your introduction so we can get to see each other and get to know each other. And then we're going to go through the 4 weeks, and I'm just going to take you through the 4 weeks. The first one is about where are you now? And this is about you assessing where you are and where the world is. So you can really see what is the field that you're playing in. And there'll be a couple of tasks. Each week there's a couple of tasks that will help you kind of deepen this understanding. And then there'll be a live session. So the first live session is with me, and we're going to be looking into some coaching skills and some reflections to really dig deeper into your stories. And then in week 2, we go to where do you want to go? And we will go on an internal and an external journey. We look at your purpose, but we'll also be looking at the future. And we'll be having a live session with Phil about purpose, and a recorded session with Anaki about what is going on with the future. In week 3, it's about trying something. So the first 2 weeks was about landing and getting the space, and then week 3 is about trying something and daring to do. So you're just going to be getting out, and with your newfound purpose or connected with your purpose, you're going to get out into the world and you're going to try and do things with it. And then you're also going to be starting to build your team, because when we're wanting to do something, it's so much easier that we have team is everything, and that we can actually have others who can help us on our journey. There won't be a live session that week. Then it's about becoming visible. So it's about making it happen. And so there's all sorts of different things that you can do within social media, with your CV, LinkedIn, all this sort of stuff. But we're going to look at mainly at getting you to come up with a pitch so that you can really sell who you are and what your purpose is about, and then leaving yourself with an action plan to take everything that we're doing forward. And there will be a live session with Emily on that about really how to be yourself out in the world. And then there'll be a wrap-up where we'll be having a completion where you'll be putting in final deliveries and you'll be getting a certificate. So as we know, it's 4 weeks. You're probably going to spend about 3 to 4 hours focus work per week, because as we say, there's going to be these learning kits. And they're there really to help you to just to get you thinking about certain things, to expand your thinking and get you to dive deeper. It's not about you to understand everything or to really go there, but it's just like things to actually change your perspectives and maybe get you to explore things that you haven't explored before. And then from that, we're going to weekly tasks. So actually getting things and actually getting and really putting in some effort to really refine things and get an understanding of where you're going and what you want to do. And then we'll be using the live webinars or the live sessions really as working sessions to go deeper with those things. So you'll be sort of prepping with some things up until the webinars, and then with the guests and myself, we're really going to be, and each other actually, we're going to be really working on this. You're going to be doing a lot of group work together. And then in Slack is where all the conversations happen, and that you'll be put into a learning group, and but there'll be a bigger communication. But this is where everything is. So be sure to have it open. And then, so just to give you some tips on how to use Slack, because this is where we're going to be communicating. And for some of you, it may be new. For some of you, might be using it all the time. But basically, add your picture so we can see yourself and put your role. It's nice when we have that rather than just kind of the oblique pictures. You can participate passively with reactions. So if you get something, just acknowledge that you have it by putting a thumbs up or smiley face, or you can react to stuff. So you don't always have to put words, but it just gets momentum and knowing that it's not just an empty echo chamber. Threads are really good. We like to use threads so you can keep conversations together as opposed to them being kind of all over the place. So that's a really good function that we use. We find that works. And don't be shy to participate, even if you've been away for a while. Like, just come in. It's in High Pride, and we use this metaphor of the tennis ball. You know, the harder you throw it, the higher it bounces. And it's the same with this. You know, the more active you are on Slack, the more you're going to get, and the more you're going to be able to explore things. But it's your choice of how much you want to participate. Onto the live sessions. Yeah, we're going to be using Zoom, and so we're going to be asking you to switch on the camera, because we're going to be seeing each other's faces, especially on some debriefs and when we talk about stuff. And when you come on, like, have your microphone on mute unless speaking, so we can kind of keep the quality as best as we can. And then if you have questions, you can write them in chat, and we'll take them as you go along. But we'll talk more about this when we're in the first live session. The weekly tasks, adapt them and make them your own. So we're giving you a framework. Again, this is not about we know all the answers, and it might not fit perfectly there to change it. So it fits to you perfectly. We've come up with a framework for you to really explore yourself. But if you want to innovate it, please go ahead and make it yours, make it your own. And this will be like the flow. So the learning kit will be published on Sunday. Then you'll read through it. You'll work on some tasks. On Friday, on Slack, you'll share some insights. Saturday is a great place to look at the insights and reflect on each other's, just to get the conversation. Because again, what I know about coaching is that, you know, you learn a lot more by witnessing other people's journey, and it's a really powerful place to serve others, but to also serve your journey. And then Sunday, well, there'll be 3 Sundays that we'll be joining and having webinar, and then that will work round again. But at the same time, just know that there is, you know, continual development. So like, you don't, when we finish with the purpose, or when we finish with certain things, it's not like it's ended. You'll be continually working on stuff and using each other to kind of come back with, you know, more and more iterations of it to see how it lands, because it's not like we're going to find something, like we have to build something. So it just takes a lot of effort and trying different ways to build our presence and who we want to be in the world. So a few reminders for you is read the welcome kit, so everything's in there so that you're ready for getting the following the learning kit on the next Sunday. To upload your introduction on Slack so that we can get to meet each other and understand each other and where we are. It helps me with the design of the program. Block off the live sessions in your calendar, so they're there, because really they're working sessions. So of course you can watch them, but where the power comes in will be when you actually attend them, and that would be going into breakout groups and all sorts of things. Get yourself a journal, so like, you know, all the time you're getting thoughts and stuff, like having a pen and paper by you just to keep recording it, because tracking something and tracking your resistances or what makes you happy, it's the best way of actually having it written down, so you can actually get data on what's working for you and what's not working for you. And then of course, when in doubt, just ask, and you can contact me in the support channel on Slack. If it's urgent, do private message me, because I'm not going to be always on Slack or be available. But if it's something that's time pressing, give me a message. So with that, I want to welcome you again to the course, and super excited to be here with you. This is my passion, and I feel very honoured and grateful to be the one leading you through this process. So see you very soon.